Let's get it started. Let's get it
Started.
started. Something started. Bubble meant farting.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stark Shoes, Bob.
Hey everybody, this is Miles' podcast.
What? You just fall down?
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna drop my phone in excitement.
This is Miles' podcast. Oh!
I know.
Thelma Lou!
Hey, I lost it. I'm losing my shit.
You know, I have my own personal phone holder. I just gotta keep looking at nudie pictures to keep it working.
Keep it stiff.
So,
Yeah.
any response on the coach thing?
No,
Oh.
I just mailed it not even a week ago. So I mean,
Well,
gotta
I
give it
know,
a
but the
chance.
mail is fast. From
Yeah,
where
it's
you lived to
fantastic.
where it was going, it would took like 2 days.
Nah, come on,
Mm-hmm.
come on. Well,
You don't know how the mail works.
I know how the mail works. I depend on the mail.
I depend on the mail.
I depend on the mail, and it often lets me down.
I depend on the mail for my depends.
Yes.
I get this discreet box in the mail every week.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm anxious to hear about it, so.
If it happens, you'll be the first to know. So.
Oh, really?
I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay.
Just be cool.
Uh-oh, there's the news right there.
Oh, dear Miles title, please go F yourself. Well,
I'm
it's better
sorry,
than
you're
slugging
not
around.
Bears material.
Yes. Nah, come on. Who cares?
I just was curious.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. No, I don't know. It's stupid.
Hell, they should get you to pay. If you pay, then you can be the coach.
It's stupid. I don't.
Yeah, you pay to be the coach.
No, come on. Fuck that.
Okay, just asking.
I do that.
So nothing's happened to me. I was gonna see what's going on with you.
Which lame story do I want to go with tonight? I don't even know.
Oh boy, let's see. So many to choose from.
I know. Do I go with the psychic thing that happened or the wrong number?
Psychic. Go with psychic. Let's hear this.
I was, we got snow the other day.
Yeah, it snowed. We got a little snow. We still have snow outside because it's been so damn cold. Yeah.
I think we got more than you. I think. I'm not.
Judging from the picture you sent up. Yes, you did.
Yeah. And my son was actually nice enough to actually uncover the cars and do a little shoveling, so it was very nice.
Well, I have this sneaking suspicion that you are a, barely uncover the driver's side windshield guy.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm hoping that
you're like. You don't have number one. You don't have a scraper. You don't have a scraper in your car, or even outside your car, for that matter.
I could not find it, actually.
Yeah, and so you just whatever. You don't have gloves, and so whatever you can get off with your bare hands is where you're at.
Actually, I had a mismatched pair of gloves. Actually.
So you just kind of take a random couple of brushes, and then you're like, God, these windshield wipers, they should work. God damn it. And then you head off down the street with like this porthole in your front window, and that's it.
My brother would do stuff like that.
And then you crank the heat, hoping that it will melt.
Yes, my brother did that once. Yes.
Yeah. I don't say your brother. It's you. It's not your
Yeah.
brother.
Well, maybe it was my cousin. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you have
Uh-huh.
no clue. Your family is so
Yeah.
diluted. You don't know who's
We don't
who.
know. We don't. Well, cousin, brother, we're all the same. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
it's all a generic wash.
But I,
So you got this psychic? What?
well, no, two quick snow stories. So I was like, uh, I was out and we have kind of like a little SUV, I suppose, and then we have like a little sedan.
Mm-hmm.
And the SUV, we were able to, or I was able to free from the snow,
Right.
because we like to move them around. We have a fairly long driveway, and I knew the sedan was going to be. It's not really a snow car. It's not really good in snow. It's
Well,
like
when you got four bald tires and no suspension,
yeah, pretty no, yeah, pretty much.
you
Yeah, it's a
like
piece of shit.
you're like, where'd you get this car, Miles? Well, you ever hear of the TV show Cannon? This is I
Yeah.
bought this whenever they canceled Cannon. It's
Mhm.
got four ball tires and it's really low on the driver's side.
Yeah, yeah, and thank you. Yes, that's just my car. I could, I was rocking it, forward, backward, can't get it. I'm like, shit.
Oh my, yeah, you're gonna run into your house.
I was thinking, I go, I'm probably gonna hit something, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
it'll
So
catch and you'll go like right into your kitchen.
I go, why don't I just jump out and try to get some of the snow from underneath the tires, maybe, or
Yeah, why
something.
don't I do some work before I?
And so I jump out of the car, and I'm at the rear of the car, and I'm shoveling a little bit, and
Uh
like, yeah, shit, I don't think it's gonna work. I look, I go, huh, that's weird. I go, the two white lights that indicate reverse
huh.
are on as I'm shoveling. I'm like, that's weird. I go, why? And right there, I stop. I'm like, oh fuck, I left this thing in gear. I go, what if the son of a bitch got loose, takes out the neighbor's van and fucking house? I'm like, oh, sure enough, yeah, I'd like to like in reverse.
You ever see? There's a Monty
Yeah,
Python skit called "Twit of the Year."
yeah, middle class twit of the year, or
Middle
something like
class
that.
twit of
Or,
the year, and they have to run themselves. One runs himself
yeah,
over with the car.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes, yeah,
you were like going to be that guy from Star Trek, Anton Yeltsin. Holy moly!
yeah. Oh, oh, that is cruel, man.
Iowa
That
man
is cruel.
penned against
Yeah,
neighbor's house with old Canon sedan.
yeah. I mean, really, depending on how this would have, if this would have actually rolled back, it possibly could have hit one of two houses and or some vehicles as well.
Oh my gosh! Well,
I'm like,
good thing the
thankfully,
idle is set so low that it doesn't actually go anywhere.
yeah, I was just like, because my driveway does kind of eventually kind of slope down,
Right, right. You got a little bit of a
Yeah.
slope there.
And very, boy, I tell you, fortune smiles upon the foolish. I'm like, holy crap, that'd have been a freaking nightmarish.
I'm surprised you even
Yeah,
noticed that your reverse lights were on.
yeah, I thought, huh, that's weird. I go, why
Hey,
would they?
it's
Wait a
awful
minute,
nice that my car is illuminating this area.
Michael. I'm in reverse, Michael. Kid, just park yourself, kid. Michael.
Kit, put it in park, Kit.
What a for Christ's sakes! Check off! Yeah, that was
My
a dumb.
God, you're gonna
That was
pin
a dumb
yourself to the
maneuver.
neighbors.
Yeah, I know, because they were like retirees.
Mm.
They're very nice people. I go, nothing happened, but how am I going to explain this though? I mean, like, hey, kind of bad news. Kind of funny story in a way, but I lunched out your van and kind of hit your house too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, hey. But you know what? Car's out of the driveway.
yeah, so if you want a sedan, it's right in your living room now. So I'm glad. Yeah.
You know, my old neighbor had that happen where somebody ran off the road and drove into their house.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was and that was weird. And like, okay, so prior in my last story though, to this happening, as I mentioned, my son kind of done the initial work, and all I did was poke my head outside, took a couple pictures, but I did not go outside, right?
Yeah, I know. I got one of those pictures. Yeah.
And I just like, oh, okay, and I did not, get snow on me or anything else. But I take a break. I go, I should do some dishes.
I take a
I
break
don't
from
want
my
to.
hard work of snapping pictures out the door.
Dishes. Yeah, and I'm doing dishes, and this is where my this weird thing happened. But I
Hmm.
had like it felt like an ice cold caterpillar crawling down my neck. It was like,
Ew.
like what the
I'm
fuck?
I'm assuming it was the back of your neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have a huge neck. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Because I think on the front of your neck it would have been more like Sylvester Stallone hanging off a mountain, cliffhanger style.
I don't know what the sensation was. I could not figure it out. It freaked me out bad. I'm like,
Mm.
what the hell was this?
Yeah.
Very tingly. Like I had some kind of like TV gum or something like refreshing.
You're like, I gotta take a break from dishes.
And I'm gonna go whack it. No, I don't know. God, it was just such a weird feel, and it was just a brief millisecond, but it was like,
And you're like, if I could just package this.
yeah,
Hmm.
hungry caterpillar. I don't know what it was. I still don't know what the hell that was.
This is some Harry Potter shit going on.
Yeah, I know. Dumbledore touching me or something. I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck.
I got the
The
wizard's
cape of
finger.
invisibility. The cape of invisibility. Someone's, feeling me up or something. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. So
Mungo ding dong. What?
you're like,
Ah?
you're all confused. Somehow I got tickled while I was taking pictures and was turned on by snow on the vehicle.
I don't know. I don't know. I must have somehow got. I don't know. It was just a very weird, otherworldly feel.
I was just you're not like a super active person. I was like, hey, he took this picture of his son working on the
Yeah.
cars. It looks like he's just standing in the doorway, and I had to think, is he standing up or is he just like scoot his chair over there and open the door and took a picture?
No, I stood. Thank you. I did not take a chair or something like that.
Well, I always wonder,
Yeah.
like ever since we were in college together, at what point is he going to get a wheelchair and just not get up anymore?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
does I find someone that'll wipe my ass?
You could probably make some kind of device.
Look at what I can do.
Like have a little incline table that has a ridge in it. Just slide down it every once in a while.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that.
You are
Uh,
not right, man. You are not right, man.
what's
You
that?
got to.
What's that little table over there? Oh, that's my dad's ass wiping table.
Smells like shit.
You like there's a roll of toilet paper at the top, and you just stretch it down to the bottom.
Don't mind me, kids. I'm almost done.
I gotta slide down here into my chair.
Oh, diarrhea.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
oh, sweet Jesus. Oh,
They tell me this will smooth out after a while.
my beehole.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, just weird stuff. Weird snowmageddon.
Yeah, I don't think it was Snowmageddon. Everybody gets all worked up these days. My son, we're talking about this because there has been a noticeable shift in the amount of snow that we get in our area from the
Yeah,
time that he was younger until now. We used to get more snow because we have lots of pictures of when my
Yeah.
kids were little, sledding. We had a hill and
Mm-hmm.
sledding and playing, snowball fights and building things out in the snow, right? And then as he's gotten older, it's like sometimes we don't get any snow, in a
Right.
season.
Right.
And a lot of times it's like what we got the other day, which is, it covers the ground. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
And he was commenting on that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. It seems to be a lot less. And we were looking at old pictures and stuff. And then I remembered back when I was a kid, I don't think my son has ever had this in his lifetime. But when I was a kid, there was 3 times where we got so much weather, snow and ice,
Mm-hmm.
that we either had to vacate our house for a week or the power was out for a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I was telling him about this, and he's just like, unfathomable. What? I'm like, yeah, this one time it snowed so much that we didn't have power for a week, and they had to bring in a industrial snow blower to plow the road because they
Wow.
couldn't push it. You know what I mean? And you literally drove like a bobsled run because you drove in a tunnel of snow.
Oh
It
shit.
wasn't like real tall, but it was taller than your car, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, really, really? There was
What?
one Christmas where my father didn't make it home. He made it home on Christmas Day from
Yeah.
work because it snowed so bad that he got stuck at the neighbors who were about a quarter mile away or so
Mm.
on the I think it was not even Christmas Eve. It was like the day before Christmas Eve. He spent the night there at
Him and
their
Del Griffith.
at my neighbor's house, and then he couldn't get unstuck, and so then he ended up walking home like a quarter of a mile in a snowstorm for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird stuff, huh?
Then he beat us.
He beat us. No, it was
Beat.
funny because he wasn't really, how nobody back
Mhm.
then really totally prepared for weather. The
Yeah.
neighbors gave him a hat and a blanket, and he was wrapped up. We have pictures of him because he walked across this field because it was frozen. And we have pictures of him walking across the field to our house where he's wrapped up in a blanket. It looks like, he's on SETI Alpha 5, but it's snowy.
Yeah. We could give you a ride. No,
No, you could. They
you
couldn't drive. There was literally, you could not drive on the road.
can take our donkey. No, I don't want to take your donkey. I'm not going
And
to take
at
your
least
donkey.
one occasion, my neighbor got his car stuck at our mailbox. It got buried, and it was there for like 2 months.
Oh my God. Wow.
we, because it was so,
Oh my
because I
God.
kept burying it with the snow, and
Yeah.
we had to wait for it. I mean, he's like, I'm not getting that out of there. We're just gonna wait for some of this to melt.
Oh my
Hold on
God.
there.
That's
Oh,
the
sorry.
neighbor.
It's the neighbor. No, it's my daughter. So
That's okay.
yeah, we had to wait for it to melt a bit before we dug it out because it was so covered
Yeah.
in snow.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
uh, because I don't have a story this week, so I'll tell snow stories. So this one, there was an ice storm around Easter time one year. It's this bad ice storm back in like '78 or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were without power at my parents' house. We were without power for probably like 2 weeks or somewhere close to that. So the power was out. We were there for like 4 days or something, and then my dad was still going to work, which was crazy. And so my mom had it, and so we went into my aunt's house, but she
Yeah.
didn't live in a house. She lived in a trailer. So it was like,
Okay.
so there's my aunt lives there by herself pretty much. And then my whole family, so my brother and me and my parents all show up at her trailer to live for like a week. And then her power goes
Unannounced.
out. And so we're stuck in a trailer for like almost
Oh.
a week with no power. And
Oh.
The two funniest things that happened, because you can't watch TV or anything, it's just sitting around, is and there's like everybody's got flashlights, and and my cousin showed up over there. It was their mother, checking on her. So we're heating the trailer with an oven, which is not the smartest thing to do.
Right.
And then my aunt's like making some soup. She pulled some soup out of the back of the pantry or something, making the soup, and then they realized it's got bugs in it. After she made
It's all right. It's all right.
it's just bugs. My mom's like my aunt's making this soup and there's like no lights, you know what I mean? That's all like candlelight and flashlight. And then my mom's like, this doesn't look right. I hear him talking, because it's a little trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like a mobile home. And
give it to Bob.
Yeah, give it to Bob. I'm like, I'm not eating that. I don't think I ate for probably 4 days, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And then my mom's like, I think it's bugs in there. Oh, well, we're not eating that, I guess.
Well, we're going back to our house. Screw you, Auntie.
Yeah. We did actually go back to our house before the power came on. But
yeah, I think I would have. We're out of this.
I think that was just because we were tired of being there. But the funniest thing is we had this little dog, and my aunt had a little dog, and so there's these little dogs running around. And so they had water pressure, but you just had to take a cold shower because there's no hot water.
Oh, that's nice.
So my brother, so everybody's taking turns. So the toilet worked, which was great. Everybody's taking turns, taking a shower or whatever. My brother says, I'm going to go take a shower. And so he's walking back to the bathroom in the trailer. And he starts yelling. He's like, oh. And they're like, what's going on? Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? He's like, oh, I stepped in dog shit. And then my aunt's like, well, where is it? And he goes, on my foot. The dog had shit in the hallway. And he stepped on it. You have to understand. I mean, the other visual is, there's absolutely no way in a little tiny space that my brother could have not stepped on dog shit because he's tall. He's a huge person. He's like 6'7".
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like a gigantor.
His foot is like a ski. He's walking down this little trailer hallway. I was sitting on the couch under the blanket, and I was just thinking, I'm glad I didn't go down the hallway first.
Tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so then he had to use cold water to wash his foot off.
He stepped in a pile of...
Oh, but it was hilarious. Everybody's cracking up. I don't know why it was so funny.
Good. Then they all start crying.
It was hilarious. And then I don't know who had it. I think my dad had enough of being there, and so we went back home and sat in the freezing cold part of our house. So
yeah, you guys got a nice house. Shit, I think I'd just tough it out. There was
it got really cold. I mean, it was an ice storm, and so it was super cold. Yeah, if you look it up, there was I think it was an ice storm of 78 in Decatur. Like most of the town was without power for days.
Is this that great that winter everyone always talks about?
Yes, yeah.
Winter of 77.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cold. We were so cold, and then I think my cousin had a 4-wheel drive, like a Scout or something. And he ended up, I think we got some kerosene or something, and then my dad's like, we're going home. And so we took off. But
burn the furniture.
It was your kids probably didn't have this either, and my kids didn't, but growing up when that environment, at that time, you had these kind of incidents that But nobody worried about it. It wasn't like they did the big buildup on the news with all the storm cast and all that kind of stuff. They're like, I think we got some snow on the forecast. And then it's like, everybody's buried in snow,
Yeah.
It wasn't this whole snowmageddon kind of culture that we've got going on
No,
now.
just no, Mrs. Shapiro's husband's always forwarding, like worst case scenario snow models,
Right.
Facebook, like, get ready.
Yeah, get
Oh, get
ready.
ready. Get ready. You've never seen it like this.
But that
Like, okay.
this is a thing of the past. There are no more snow days. You know that, don't you?
They're built in or something.
No, no.
Oh wait, no, they do
They
virtually.
just
They
do
virtually
virtual
do that.
now because of COVID. Everybody goes to virtual
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, just do virtual.
Oh, that sucks balls, man.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no more hoping for snow days.
They God, I don't know if it was that winter though, but they had pushed a bunch of snow up by like the church we used to attend there, and these kids kind of made like a igloo or something,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a bunch of kids who would hang out and do it. There was like a two entrances to it. There was like a top entrance and then like a more of a thing. I thought, man, if that thing would have collapsed.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I mean, real because it was like a really big, like thing they had plowed up. I was like, oh,
Right.
okay. But I don't know if it was that winter or not. But it must have been a shitload of snow, man. Because it was like,
It was probably, yeah.
I don't know. The kid's dad was like an engineer though at Caterpillar, so maybe I don't know. I guess it
Really.
was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we made snow forts and at one point my not the big ice storm, but another later storm when I was like a teenager. My parents'
Mm.
driveway, they now have a bigger driveway system, but whenever I was a kid, there was a driveway, and it iced over, and it was like half rocks and half paved, but it iced so
Mm.
much that the rocks were there was no rocks, it was just ice,
Right.
and so we had
Right.
a skating rink down on my
Mm.
parents' driveway. They couldn't actually park in the driveway because they'd slide into the garage.
Would that be the lower
The lower
drive or the
drive now,
upper
yeah.
drive? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Whatever
parked
you
in the
don't
lower
know.
drive when you were
Yes, I
the.
was told I had to
I
park in
just
the
said it was
lower drive.
easier. Just
Yeah.
park in the lower drive.
Yes, I was given specific instructions about how to act and where to park when I came to your
Well,
house.
that's a given whenever you're, you know. It's like visiting royalty.
Yeah, yeah, it's very like timed out and things like
Yeah,
that.
you have to have certain, you address people a certain way. You don't look at them until until it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, there's no eye contact. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of rules to it. Yeah, you just don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we ice skated on the lower driveway.
Woohoo, look at us! Woohoo!
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah,
Yeah,
those days are over.
yeah, pretty
I
much.
hate to sound so nostalgic, but yeah, whenever this virtual thing, like everybody kind of got it. I mean, it's been around a
Yeah.
long time, but they finally figured it out. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah." Now you talk to people and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing that forever."
Hmm.
And there was like such panic 2 years ago. What the fuck am I gonna do? You know
Yeah, yeah.
that there's no more snow days really. So
No,
yeah. Oh
jeez.
well. I can't wait when the snow comes back around. We get a decent snow. But alas, it may never happen again.